There she is. What does she have to say?
You can have anything you want. Of course, there's only two rules about creating your reality. One of them is you never create anything that will harm any other person. And you never create anything that will take away from another person. You obey those two rules, you can have absolutely anything you want. Nothing is impossible. There are no limitations except what you put on yourself. Remember, everything is energy. The most important lesson you can learn on Earth is how to manipulate energy. So what does that mean? Create. You have to learn how to create. It's the universe's job to do anything you want, to give you anything you want. You just don't believe it. You don't realize the power you have. You can have anything you want.
Power, freedom and power.
Alabama,
Knowledge and wisdom.
And the Lake Charles area.
And love and compassion. Have compassion.
That was easy for me to see because I'm very familiar with those areas, and that dream did come 6 times. That vision came 6 times.
This is
month.
October.
So that is coming.
You know.
On the radar for October.
There you go.
There's a Cat 3 hurricane headed for North Carolina around the end of October.
This is the Council of 9. It's a pull shot.
That touches down at Cat 3 by landfall.
You go Council of 9. You're into Podesta country.
For Florida. Naples barely misses one again when it heads into a tropical storm. Some slight flooding.
Apparently,
controllable,
she
that you don't have to be too afraid.
know why she said what she said, but 27th September was like a non-action.
What am I missing?
They were going to do some attack on the worker bees on Saturn.
I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm sure it'll come back up.
That was a Sam the Illusionist.
Some oracle card readings and see if I get any visions. I will tell you the deal with oracle card readings. When you get cards that are right side up, that's Dharma. So that's like, okay, we've worked hard as a collective in humanity, and we're going to get some mastery in our direction that's positive.
She's a tarot card reader.
When you get a card that comes up upside down,
and I'm going to tell you what's coming for her.
So that means
with that pull shot.
You know, whatever.
And her listeners
aren't really learning
who listen to me.
Continue to be learned, and it just
I'm a guy.
Carried over.
I'm level 1.
So you asked me to look at RFK. That was the first question that I saw in any info.
Where are you going?
That the council can give us, and I will show you what cards come up for karma or dharma for RFK and any visions I'm getting right now as well. The biggest message I'm getting from the council today is that we think that person is going to save us, just like we thought Trump did. He is not going to save you. At this point, no one is. It's going to have to be us coming together.
There she goes.
So I did get 3 Dharma cards that I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to look and see if I can get any.
You have to have out
I got 2 Karma cards. Now I'm going to look at Dharma.
She has channeled the Council of 9.
Let's see if I can get anything coming up there.
Integrated her dreams in order to go with
RFK could possibly bring this world.
Like she's got criteria for.
So he's out of power. We get the lightning card upside down. And that has to do with ether-based power, cosmic power. And that's not in alignment for him to help us. He's out of power. He can't control the things going on. He kind of doesn't want to. He's only
Bobby Jr.
The council is saying he's only running because he feels like nobody's in the White House that's actually doing any good. So he could be fully prevented from running, but he's sort of a storm.
Right
this karmic card is not a negative one. I'm getting a lot of positive feelings about this one.
Yeah,
so when we get this stillness card upside down, it's like a ripple in the lake.
Kennedy.
You know, everybody had gotten a little too comfortable with their pain and their karma.
But Kennedy is in the mix,
but
folks.
it is not in his DNA to win or to even be allowed to fully run. Unfortunately, it's not in the etheric DNA or the galactic plans or his soul stream DNA
his father took the shot.
Run, unfortunately.
From Bush.
What he does bring us in the Dharma is return to sight. Return to blessed sight means seeing the truth, seeing true visions, like really being a visionary. that holds the visions of our lands in America.
I mean, he's a product of
help us with
the
is
system of pharmacy.
helping us understand
Talk about
economic policy
coming
and
out the
how
other
to
end.
take power back with our own
As
prosperity
a
and
teenager,
abundance.
they were gone into the
I
Amazon
did get,
and whatever
like,
was
there's
growing,
like
they were doing.
Relationship dilemma. This is really personal that he's going through. The divine
Modern
part
day
upside
voodoo
down,
child.
means that there's something there that's also
Coat and
personal
tie.
that could really
Don't
be
we all
distracting
go to
him right
college
now
and put
from
on
giving
coats
us
and
his
ties
best.
and
So,
ask to be elected? Do we all do that,
and
or do we
then
just?
let's look in terms of soul contracts for him.
Ooh.
And soul contracts for any Americans that are supporting him. What's there in that?
Now she gets to Trump.
I'll pull from another deck for that.
She's got Trump tied to.
Well, being that I feel like his galactic heritage is Venusian, we got the Al-Uzza star, So bringing in new ways. Venusians are all about, okay, let's get rid of like technology that isn't serving, but bring about a new way that's more natural. That's more grounded for everyone. When you think about the Venusian effect on this planet. All right. Let's see. Why does Louisiana have so many hurricanes? I don't really think it's really an appropriate question. I mean, a lot of times we get into these things trying to determine why, and we're like, is it a karmic clearing? But that makes
Thanks
people
for
feel
asking.
like they're bad people. So it's not really
Bedside
something
manner.
that's going to be empowering for us to get into. It's just where the hurricanes land right now.
She's very independent. Like she's not a QHHT
why is it
guy.
so hard for Maine to give Wabanaki tribal sovereignty?
She don't need no
Let's see
Hakawi.
if there's any movement for the Wabanaki tribal sovereignty. Thank you for asking, Jenny.
All right.
I'll pull some karma cards and some dharma cards on that.
Yeah, you should watch this whole video because she talks about some good stuff.
Cards. I hope the dharma cards
especially her discernment process, like how she comes to be speaking about this. I mean, this is where we are. This is New Earth.
Okay, we do have some good dharma cards and some tough. So they're ending a stage of volatility with their connection with the government there. It's in strong volatility still. The tribe has lost their connection with earth magic right now and their old ways. And they're leaning too hard and depending too hard on sovereignty when they can create
Wait
their
till
own.
the Hopi snap
but
up.
What's sad is they're not being given those
And
rights
I'm
to dance
you.
and celebrating, to remember their sacred song, their sacred dances, their sacred ways. They do need to return to their own connection with the Fae and with the land and the magic of the land. The truth about this between Maine and the Wabanaki tribal sovereignty is coming out right now. That's the Dharma, is that the truth is there and it will be public. All right, and this will deeply inspire
do they
those
have
around,
casinos
even non-tribal,
on campus?
Just regular white civilians to help
just like
them
an indicator.
to take responsibility. I feel like it'll be white people taking responsibility for this tribe to return to their sovereignty, but it will not be from any help from Maine. It'll just be that they get the sovereignty and they have to step above that. They have to go a little bit more federal to get this help. All right?
We got it.
So they are going to receive some help. I got that help is specifically coming around the end of November for the Wabanaki tribe. Let's see. We're in question mode. We already got through our main predictions, and now we are answering questions and presenting them to the Galactic Council of Nine. Right. So just following your chat.
See, Galactic Council of Nine. That's
Melanie Salish, you're going to have to be more specific. Tornado season is upon us. It's everywhere. Let's see. Eric says, Malcolm Bindall's plasmoid machine is being tested on an industrial scale in October, which has the potential to change the world. Do you see any good news about this new technology? That's an incredible question because we did make a lot of predictions about plasma energies coming from my channelings of remote viewing humans of the future, and that came through many different channelings. And it just
I have not listened to this yet.
That I saw a lot. So let's see.
I'm going to be cutting this in like 5 minutes so I can fit it on BitChute.
Plasmoid engine.
They got these file limits now.
testing of it. Do we have what's the karma, what's the dharma for the plasma engine being tested? Malcolm Bendel.
I mean, I'm not even going to do a part 2, so I encourage you to watch Pamela because she's cool.
And there's not enough movement. That's not really coming into effect soon. It's still way too volatile. So not going to be any cause for celebration on that anytime in this time frame for October. I feel like this technology, insofar as the positive dharma, is going to make people more accepting of their own reliability. And it's going to bring back some power. It's going to bring people into their own financial means of prosperity, their own understanding of how to work with these technologies. So there is some positive things coming, but not right now. There are positive things.
Oh, it must be October.
Just not soon. This one takes a while. And this particular engine is not so readily to get into the hands of those who would abuse it. So that's good.
They got shit hanging all over the place.
An awareness of that as well. Okay, Elizabeth wants to know about San Diego quakes.
Right. San Diego quakes. Now, I'm surprised she didn't say, that's not specific enough. Tell me something.
We do have
San Diego quakes.
A 5.8.
Man, that's significant.
And a 6.9.
What?
5.8 I think is very tolerable for you guys, but the 6.9 I'm concerned about.
I experienced a 5.5 from 50 miles away.
You're going to ground out. It's not going to be absolutely devastating for October's quakes for San Diego.
Building like rolled.
But there's a lot. You know, if this were a Dharma card, it would be this way, and that would stay submerged. But
you're talking about Navy Central in San Diego.
This came up as a karma card. It's like the iceberg.
I wonder if they're out at sea.
You're going to have to ground that out for yourself.
Tijuana.
But I get this image that these two cards like coming
taco,
in this
man.
way.
You walk through that fucking gate.
That you will be safe, that your grounds will be safe. It's not a complete utter disaster, but it's certainly nothing to celebrate. You should be concerned.
Whoa.
All right.
Yes.
San Andreas Fault has some unique movement according to the Council of Nine this year as well, but it's not October, so keep that in mind.
San Andreas Fault.
Brazil,
man, oh yeah. Man. There goes Hollywood.
Let's see.
I mean,
nothing
should it be?
Came up insofar as
you're talking about the nerve center there. That's coming out of the root.
About that really surprised you that you didn't already know from last month.
Whose fault is it?
A water-based event and a fire-based event
responsibility.
that were pretty significant. The fire-based event being a lot more significant than water just being so flooded that they don't expect. But let me...
She's shuffling.
All here.
You walk up to a blackjack table knowing anything with a team?
Yeah, it is bringing up an opportunity
imagine her as a blackjack dealer.
But you guys are going to have to return to trusting the energy of your own lands as well and the earth magic
not
there.
To talk,
and I feel like when we get the mountain card upside down indicating karmic effect, that this affects higher ground, this fire event. And it's going to require people to come together. This is the dharma of it. This is why it's happening. So that is for October with Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Brazil.
October 22nd.
We're running
for
in the
Cosmic
fifth dimension,
updates.
We got released, man.
Energy update from 3D
Michael
to 5D.
put out the call.
What you have to understand about third density consciousness or anything to do with dimensional patterning and
Brazil's got huge crystal.
Is that as soon as you're in 3D, you can go back to 3D in a simple thought. It's not like 5D is a place where you live or a state that you live. It's a plane of existence that measures your thought streams. That's all that it is. It's not like New Earth and a place that suddenly happens where we all
fell to 5D.
So that's one of the misinterpretations
we voted.
Of density expression is that dimensional patterning is a measurement point of your thought stream collectively and individually. So let's take a look at that powerful cosmic energy that's hitting Earth on October the 22nd, both the karma and the dharma of it for a moment.
You ready?
We're definitely out of synergy with Earth again.
Oh.
So this is not so easy. It's going to force you to kind of look at your fears.
22?
And to look at all the areas that you hold yourself back.
Fear opposes love.
When we don't shift with nature, we get this karmic effect card, shape-shifting upside down, because we don't shift well. We're looking up at what's going on in the skies, and we're super concerned about the false disclosure and some of the real things going on about disclosure as well for October. And in the midst of so much focus on that, we are out of synergy with Mother Earth itself and grounding our own bodies. Okay? So what we need to do, the Dharma card that came up, is to flow back into our own instincts, get in connection with the wolf, with yourself, wolves are loners.
You know, it's his name ain't Jesus.
Soul,
that's the hook.
Trust your own instincts.
Please, peeps.
The karmic card comes up, heal thyself. We're not doing that right now.
You know the cave? Like John the Baptist grew up there.
Really,
he was coach.
When fear comes up, it might be time for you to
that man didn't drink any wine, John the Baptist.
Where your no lies.
Please study this.
No, and how to stop saying
she's Pamela.
No when you mean yes and yes when you mean no. Take responsibility for that.
You know, his name was Yeshua ben Joseph. That's a Union chaplain reading it out for you in the Akashic record. Please read this.
And wolves can't do that. When we get this
if you don't read any of the whole book is great, but this is that John the Baptist was taught how to take it. Your mother died, don't cry. Take the guillotine when it's offered.
Learn how to live.
One step ahead yet.
People are really deeply out of synergy, so that's
he was just a harbinger.
With the grounding of their own bodies. So
not a lonely man.
That, is going to be
by any means
presented to us to look at.
By God.
In October.
Who are you? Where are we now?
Okay.
John
says, so about Spain, the country is